This is your Barbados Today morning news update for Thursday, August the 2nd. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. Topping the news at this hour, Barbadians will today be updated on the true state of the economy. That's when Governor of the Central Bank of Barbados, Cleverston Haynes, delivers his second quarter economic review. Haynes will also tell the country what the economic outlook is going to be like for the rest of the year. Meanwhile, plans are on the way to export a range of local goods and services to Africa. The announcement was made yesterday by Minister of Culture and the Creative Economy, John King, while addressing an Emancipation Day event at the Garfield Sobers Gymnasium.
We will promote them through our exchanges with Africa, with the aim of promoting successful commercial ventures, both large and small, and in trade in goods and services. Plans are already underway to promote and to sell Africa our goods, our music, our film, our art, our IT skills, our expertise in education and tourism, just to name a few.
Speaking afterwards on the sidelines of the Emancipation Day celebrations, Minister King extended best wishes to alien veteran Calypsonian William Smokey Burke, who is currently warded at the QEH. King said he was saddened by the news and wished the entertainer a speedy recovery. A cabinet minister is complaining that Barbadians are not embracing their African roots. Minister of the Environment and Pan-Africanist Trevor Prescott says he's concerned that 180 years after emancipation, Barbadians are still not fully embracing their African ancestry. Using the small turnout at yesterday's Emancipation Day march, he said it is apparent that persons still viewed an association with Africa through negative lenses.
This is not an argument based on the logic of content. This is a reality. And it comes from you believing that you are inferior and everything that is African is inferior and that African people are barbaric people. You still believe it. They sold it to you during slavery, they sold it to you during colonialism, and it has continued under neo-colonialism.
And former Democratic Labour Party parliamentarian James Paul has called on the youth of this country to be patient as efforts continue to build a united and stable society. Speaking at his Emancipation Day breakfast yesterday, Paul, the former MP for St. Michael West Central, said one of the objectives is to embrace more and more young people as he continues his community programs.
In order to build a society, you have to be very patient. I know we live in a world today where people think that it is instant. We have instant coffee, we have instant drinks. But I don't think that somehow we appreciate that life in itself, the building blocks of life, is not so instant. And we have to be patient with each other, listen to each other in terms of trying to build that better society that we speak of.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
Welcome back with news from the region now. Former Trinidad Minister in the Ministry of National Security, Ho Choi Charles, is accusing some members of the police service of trying to assassinate his grandson. At the same time, Charles, a former Tobago House of Assembly Chief Secretary, is advising the country's new Commissioner of Police, Gary Griffith, to deal with rogue officers first.
Former THA Chief Secretary Ho Choi Charles believes Police Commissioner-designate Gary Griffith means well, but says rogue police officers must be dealt with before some real change can be made.
Most of the criminals are bred by the police service. he will not be able to deal with the criminal situation except his decision is to clean up the police and the prison service.
His comments come after his grandson, Shoniel Charles, was imprisoned for 21 offenses, including escaping lawful custody, possession of arms and ammunition, and robbery. Charles claims his grandson was transferred to a prison in Trinidad, but family members were not told his location.
Police isolate him. And I say police. It's a conspiracy to isolate him because we want to kill you. We don't want these matters tried.
And on the international scene, 3 people have been killed in Zimbabwe's capital, Harare, after forces opened fire on hundreds of opposition protesters amid rising tensions over the presidential election. We pick up the story in this Euronews report.
Mounting tensions over Zimbabwe's presidential election spilled onto the streets of the capital on Wednesday. Troops opened fire on hundreds of opposition supporters who'd gathered to protest, accusing the ruling party of rigging the election. Soldiers were seen patrolling the streets, and a military helicopter flew overhead. President Emerson Mnangagwa appealed for calm.
We are not violent people, but what we need is a transparent election, like what Mnangagwa told the people of Zimbabwe from the first. He told the people of Zimbabwe from the first, which we are going to do transparent elections. But now we check all the people, they're complaining this election, they're not transparent.
The opposition leader Nelson Chamisa took to Twitter, claiming to have won the popular vote. The election is the first since Robert Mugabe was forced to resign after nearly 40 years in power.
And that's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook, and sign up for our breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We are also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, as well as screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic day.